Here in Australia, we're a big fan of bays, and I've been lucky enough to live in Hervey Bay and Runaway Bay and watch Home and Away's Summer Bay. There's just something cozy about bays in general, so it makes sense that Moonglow Bay from Coatsink Games would be no different. Initially released in 2021 on the Xbox, Moonglow Bay has finally found its way onto the Nintendo Switch. What's it like? Patch up the boat, fill in your journal, and get your tackle box ready as we review Moonglow Bay for Nintendo Switch. Now before we cast this line, would you mind liking and subscribing? It's the best way that creators like me get found on YouTube, and I can't thank you enough for doing so. Moonglow Bay is set in the 80s and tells a story of loss and mystery as you play a spouse struggling to come to terms with the disappearance of your partner 3 years ago. Much like your life, the town of Moonglow Bay has fallen into a state of disrepair, and as fate would have it, your daughter has come back to help repair both. So begins a wholesome tale of rebuilding your partner's dream and the failing town with it, by fishing and cooking and raising funds to clean up the town. Along the way, you will uncover mysteries of the bay, upgrade your boat, and discover a myriad of outlandish and unique species of fish to catalogue, catch, and document. The game manages to tactfully navigate some heavy themes to weave a beautiful narrative of overcoming tragedy and loss while rediscovering oneself. This is one of the core strengths of the game, and the story did get me hook, line, and sinker. Gameplay is best described in 3 phases. There's the fishing part, that sees you catch and catalogue a variety of fish in around 20 locations. There's a lot of nuanced gameplay here, as the type of fish caught depends on what rod, area, and bait or lures you use. You can use lobster traps as well to leave overnight to catch a small fortune worth of crustaceans. Fishing plays similar to Animal Crossing's fishing style, with the exception that you get to also control reeling in your catch by alternating the direction of your rod to tire the fish out. You can also use a quick reel which will tire you out, but in most cases, especially on the smaller fish, you can just use it twice to land the fish quickly. While this may seem like a gameplay oversight, I found it refreshing to be able to land catches quickly and maximize my profits. In the latter stages of the game, you will have enough funds to upgrade your boat to be much faster, better armored, and even have a galley in your kitchen to maximize your efficiency by allowing you to cook at sea. The second phase, of course, is the cooking, which consists of varied mini-games such as washing and preparing the fish, frying, and oven baking. When you progress through the game, you'll be able to cook multiple recipes at once, as well as automatically cook them to save you time. This auto-cooking is unlocked on a dish-by-dish basis by perfecting the cooking recipe. This certainly comes in handy when you have 40 lobster salads to cook. Once you've cooked your catch, you can put them in a vending machine outside your house to sell, and everything will sell during the course of the day, so funds trickle feed into your account while you fish some more. As you progress, you will unlock new tools and recipes for cooking, allowing you to make more complex and valuable products to sell. You can also unlock more vending machines around town, further expanding your business around the bay. The third phase of the game is the restoration of the town, which will take up a lot of funds and items to achieve. It starts off as a very slow burn, restoring the local tavern where you can hear rumours of monster fish, but it eventually opens up to restoring the whole town at your discretion. Sometimes you'll have to create recipes to feed people at fundraising meetings, or simply donate money. While this sounds like a lot, if you've been progressing the story, funds shouldn't really be an issue, so you can restore a major project every couple of in-game days or so. Visually, the world of Moonglow Bay is done in a pixelated voxel style that I absolutely adored. Each character has their own style and charm, and they'll warm to you the more the story goes on. The art style really helps set the scene of the cold north of Canada, and the styles and fashion suit the 1980s. It's all very well done in my opinion. For my vision impaired anglers, there are no accessibility options, so further research may be required to see if Moonglow Bay on Switch is for you. The game looks and performs well in both docked and handheld mode, with the exception of using the camera, which I'll get into later. And it doesn't support touchscreen controls, which I don't think would have really worked well here regardless. All of this beautiful visual style is backed by a wonderful acoustic score that's chilled out and suits the coastal vibe of the game. It just gels so well with the visual style and creates a great atmosphere for gamers. Unfortunately, much like the beaches of Moonglow Bay that you control for bait, the Switch version does seem to have its fair share of bugs in its current state. In my 12 plus hours of game time, my main issue that my dog just turned invisible from Act 2 onwards, including the cutscenes and one story event where I had to move next to the dog, which proved to be a frustrating experience. The other main issue is the awful frame rate, but it's only while using the camera. And it seems to make the draw distance infinite, which slows the game to a crawl. Aside from these two main bugs, there are only other minor issues which didn't detract from my experience, and I thoroughly enjoyed the game. For just under $40 Australian, there's a lot of gameplay and story in Moonglow Bay to provide value. If you're a fan of fishing mini games, then look no further. Moonglow Bay has you covered. The game will certainly improve with a post-launch patch, but still, if you can deal with having an invisible dog, there's a beautiful story to uncover, friendly faces to meet, and fish to catch. Moonglow Bay is a delight of a game that's sure to entertain fans of fishing and cozy games alike. So, what's it like? Moonglow Bay is like Animal Crossing mixed with Stardew Valley. I award it a 78 out of 100. Thanks so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. The best way you can support me is to like and subscribe and continue watching my content if you enjoy it. But if you do want to go that bit extra, you can buy me a coffee or join our Patreon, which shows you behind the scenes of this channel. Thanks again.